Hello and welcome to Your Free Training. My name is Sassy Thompson and I'm a wealth creation strategist. And what that means is I work with people, especially single millennial mamas, to help them break bad financial habits and build generational wealth. And I do that through business, personal development and financial literacy. So this training today is focused on a high income skill, okay? This skill will basically allow you to work around your children and work around your current commitments, whatever else you have going on in your life. You can literally take your time and tap into this foreign exchange market and hopefully make a lucrative income for yourselves. So let's actually get started with the training. I'm about to share my screen. Okay, share screen. There we go. Okay, so I joined the academy that taught me this skill back in December 2019. And as you can see, in a relatively short space of time, not have I only learnt this skill, but I'm also able to teach others so that they can benefit from this as well. Now, what is Forex? Now, Forex professionally is actually abbreviated as FX or FRX, and it stands for the foreign exchange. And what it is, it's the official marketplace for trading currency. And currency is basically the money that's used in a particular country. So for example, the United States has a currency, which is the US dollar. Okay, so that's literally what currency is. Now, why is this so important, or why is Forex, so lucrative? And according to Bloomberg, the Forex exchange market is actually worth $6.6 trillion a day. Okay, so that's not a million, not a billion, that's $6.6 trillion a day that this marketplace is valued at. So as you can see, it is actually the largest marketplace in the world. And us as mothers or as individuals, we do not need much of that pie to make a huge impact and a huge difference on our lives. So this is the reason why the foreign exchange market is actually so lucrative. Now, if you have a bank account or a credit card, then you are actually already taking part in this marketplace. So what I want this training to do, I want this training to allow you to be intentional. I want you to intentionally take part in this marketplace and intentionally make money from it. Because what happens is the banks and large corporations take our money that's sat in our bank account and they trade it on the foreign exchange market. And they make money off our money that way and then lend it back to us and then charge us interest on top of that. So it's really, really definitely a game that we need to be very savvy on and get involved in. So let's be intentional about you taking part in the foreign exchange market. So what is Forex trading? So basically it is the buying and selling of currency. Now, if you go on vacation or you go on holiday, as long as you've gone to another country, 9 times out of 10, you will need to change up some money. So I'm based here in London in the UK. Let's say that I decide to take a trip to Miami at Christmas. So when Christmas comes, I would have to take my Great British pounds and change them into the US dollar. That is literally the foreign exchange taking place there and then. However, when you're going on vacation or going on holiday, you normally have to do that manually. But taking part in the foreign exchange market online, you actually trade this digitally. So what that means is you don't need to touch the money, you don't need to own any currency, you don't need to physically go to the store and buy anything. It's all done online. Now, each currency value goes up and down depending on many different factors, which I won't go into today in this training, but just know that there are many factors that will cause a currency to go up or down, to fluctuate. Now, this exchange rate means that the fluctuation in the exchange rate, is the reason why we can then buy and sell and potentially make a profit. But the key is knowing when to buy and knowing when to sell. And that is basically what the training that I'm doing today and what the academy that I'm part of teaches us. It teaches us to know when's the right time to buy and when is the right time to sell. Okay. Now, what is Forex trading continued? As I said, currency pairs from all over the world are exchanged. And by a pair, I mean it's two currencies that are put together. So let's go back to my example of me traveling to Miami from London. I would have my Great British pounds and I'll exchange them for the US dollar. So the currency pair there is GBP for Great British pounds and USD for the United States dollar. That is a currency pair. So what is being traded, or what can be traded on the foreign exchange market? So as we've spoken about already, we can trade currencies, we can trade commodities. And what commodities actually are, they are commodities. How do I explain commodities? Raw materials, that's the best way. Commodities are raw materials, or they're also agricultural products such as oil, gas, gold, silver, you know, things that we normally need to mine. So that's what a commodity is. We can also trade cryptocurrencies, and we could also trade indices. Now, when can we and when should we trade? The really good thing about the foreign exchange market is if you're trading currencies, then that is Monday to Friday, 24/7, 5 days a week. The market actually opens at 5 o'clock Eastern time on a Sunday and closes at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time on a Friday. However, if you're trading cryptocurrencies, then that marketplace is actually 24/7, so 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That means you could trade crypto over the weekend as well. Indices tend to be like currencies as well. Now, the time when to trade, or when to buy and when to sell, as I've said before, that's the important thing, because we can make money both ways. It doesn't matter if there's a recession, or if the market's going down, or if an exchange rate is falling. None of that makes a difference to us, because as long as we're trading in the right way, then we can actually still make money. So basically, yes, we can still make money during a recession. You can still trade foreign exchange during a recession and still be very, very lucrative. Now, what we do, the secret is we buy low and we sell high, just like any other thing. So if you think about property or real estate, if you've got your home, you want to buy your home when the market prices are low, so you get a good deal. And then when you go to sell it, you want to sell your property or your home when the market prices are high, so you can make maximum profit off your purchase. And it's exactly the same with foreign exchange. Okay, how much to trade? This is a common question that I get. Now, when you're part of the academy, and once you've been mentored by me and the rest of the team and the rest of the members, we actually coach you and train you on this, and we show you how to do it. We hold your hands every step of the way. But as a general rule of thumb, we will say start a demo account with about $200 or £200 or euros, whatever your currency is. And then when you have a live account, ideally start that with the same amount. So if you think that you're going to start your live trading account with, say, £500 or £100, dollars, euros, ideally have your demo account in the same amount, so you can really get a true feel while you're practicing on the demo. Now, the amount is actually up to you, because your trading account is completely separate to the academy, completely separate to me. You do not give me or the academy any money to trade. It's just like your bank account. You literally top up your own trading account once you've gone live, and you then trade it on the marketplace, and whatever profits you have, that is entirely up to you. We don't see that. What you get in the academy, you're getting education, you're getting mentoring, you're getting training like this, either online or in person. And we're basically educating you on how the marketplace works and how to make money off the foreign exchange market. So that's what you're actually getting in the academy. But your actual trading money is yours and yours alone. Now, a lot of mothers who I work with and train, they, you know, in the beginning, they don't actually really have a lot of money to actually put in their trading account, because obviously the academy, there is a subscription, there is a charge for the academy, and that's for the education and that's for the tools. But then on top of that, you then need a small amount to actually start trading with. Now I actually started trading with £70 or $70 if you want to call it. I would recommend starting with a minimum of 100. So £100, $100 or 100 euros. But I can still coach you and help you with anything less than that. But 100 is like the safest bet. And the reason why that is still okay, and lots of people are actually really surprised at the fact that they can start with such a small amount, is because we teach you about the power of compounding. So we teach you about it, and we also show you how you can use the power of compounding to your advantage, basically. So don't worry too much if you're thinking you don't have a lot of money to invest in trading. You don't need a lot. Let's just continue to learn the skill. And as long as you, keep in touch with me, become a member of the academy so I can coach you and show you how to flip that $100, okay? Right, so let's actually learn the strategy. Now the strategy that we're going to speak about, actually I'll speak about the strategy just in a second. The basics of trading, regardless of what the strategy is, as I've mentioned before, is to buy low and sell high. Just remember that, regardless of the strategy, that's all you need to remember. You want to buy when the market price is low and sell when the market price is high. Now, this strategy is called the ECC11 strategy, and that's short for Ecclesiastes 11. And that is a book in the Bible. Now, I'm not going to go into the story behind the name of the strategy, but it is an amazing, amazing story. And I'll maybe go into it at another time, once you and I speak one-on-one, or maybe in another training, I might actually focus on the name. But for now, just know that it's called ECC11. Now, there's three things that I want to point out to you. As you can see, number one, it says a buy candle, and that has an orange arrow pointing to a green vertical rectangle. That is basically a buy candle. If you look at number two, it says a sell candle, and that is pointing to a red vertical rectangle. And then number three is a wick, and a wick is a very small stick that you can see that's pointing up and down from out of each candle, and sometimes the wick is long, sometimes the wick is short. It varies, but just know those three things. So now you've already learned three things. You've learned what a buy candle looks like, you've learned what a sell candle looks like, and you've learned what a wick looks like. Okay, so you're actually already halfway there. Now, for this particular strategy, we focus on the cloud. The arrow, the orange arrow on the screen is pointing to the cloud, and it's like a purple haze that's going across the whole of the screen. Just be aware of it. That's all you need to know at the moment, that purple bubble, that purple haze going across the screen is called the cloud. Okay, that's another thing that you've learned. Now, the final thing that we actually care about in this strategy are the lines. We care about the red line and a blue line. So you can see that there is a thick red line that's pointing upwards on the screen. And you could also see that there is a blue thick line pointing upwards on the screen as well. So that's the red line and the blue line. Now, how do we know what to do with the strategy? Now that I've pointed out the relevant things that you need to look for. So if we're going to do a buy, let's say we're going to trade on the foreign exchange market and we're going to buy some currencies. The three things that we are looking for both clouds to be, both lines to be above the cloud. But then we also want the red line to be above the blue line. And ideally, as an even stronger confirmation, we want the lines pointing up. What does that actually look like? Well, here you go. This is an example of a chart. So once you become a member of the academy and you start trading, you will open up a chart, which is basically a screen and a graph, and it will look like this. And as you can see, we've got the clouds, we've got the candles going across the page, the red and green candles, and we also have the thick red line and the thick blue line. Now, because this is a buy trade, our confirmations need to be, are both lines above the cloud? Yes, they are. And is the red line above the blue line? Yes, it is. And are the lines pointing upwards? Yes, they are. Those are the three confirmations. We would be like, if this was live, we would be, okay, we can take this trade. So we would grab our smartphones and we would put in the relevant numbers that we need to put into our phone and then hit buy. It literally is as simple as that. So that is the confirmation checklist for a buy trade. Now, funnily enough, a sell trade is the opposite. We want both lines to be below the cloud this time, and we want the red line to be below the blue line. And as an even stronger confirmation, we want both lines ideally to be pointing down. What does that look like? Let's take a look. So again, we're looking at the chart. We can see the purple haze, the purple bubble going across the page. That's the cloud. So are both lines below the cloud? Yes, they are. Is the red line below the blue line? Yes, it is. And are the lines pointing downwards? Well, as you can see here, the blue line's pointing downwards, but the red line is pointing horizontally. So we don't have the stronger confirmation, but the other two confirmations are okay. So technically, we could still enter into this trade for a sell. So we would grab our smartphones, put the currency pairs in, put in the relevant numbers and hit sell, okay? Now, what this means in regards to the red line pointing horizontally, all that means is we would wait a few more seconds to let the marketplace move for it to show us what the red line's going to do. So a couple of seconds is nothing. You literally would just sit there and wait. And then once the red line is either pointing downwards or the blue line doesn't look like it's going to go across the red line, then we would take the sell. So literally it's just a waiting game if they're not both pointing downwards. But the strategy is literally as simple as that. So let me just stop sharing my screen and just quickly speak to you. Now, as you've seen today, in a short space of time, you've technically learned a foreign exchange strategy. You technically can now literally go and learn and go and trade, start trading. However, you probably do still have more questions. You probably think, can I do it by myself? And that's exactly why we actually have this academy that's available to you. So please do contact me so I can talk you through the strategy maybe in a bit more detail. I can get you registered on the academy where there are hundreds of members on hand to answer all the questions that you have and to guide you. And we also have a community of mothers as well as other individuals who are part of the academy who are trading. We're having fun, we're making money, we're leaving our jobs. There are so many things that are happening. So please do get in touch with me either on Instagram or via email. On Instagram, my name is I am Sassy by name. On Facebook, I am Sassy Thompson. But the details will be basically on the page that you're watching this on or that you signed up for this on as well. Now, I also did actually make available to you guys a checklist, which is actually a bit more than a checklist. It's a very straightforward ebook that goes through the strategy, so you can just look at it and think, okay, if this is meant to be a buy, what am I looking at? And it's literally just there, all very simple and very clear for you to understand. And that checklist or that checklist ebook is still available to you and it's still on offer. So please do just basically get in contact with me or click the button or the link that you have been provided with to take advantage of that ebook. And please do get in touch. So I hope you've actually enjoyed the training today. I hope you've seen how easy it is to learn to trade. And I hope you want to learn more and to come and join me and join the academy so you too can start living the lifestyle that you like, getting your time back, all while building your children's legacy. See you soon. Bye-bye.